Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Whatever time y'all are tuning in, I certainly appreciate y'all are here. Today's video, guys, we're going to be opening up two packages from the same person. Mr. Chris Bear, all the way from Santa Monica, California. He's supposed to be for a trade, a knife for a knife, but apparently he sent a lot of extra stuff. I cannot wait to see what he sent. And also, guys, I want to share with you that I got my LVO Knife Show 2025 stickers in, along with all my challenge coins. So I'm going to be giving these away today in this video. We're going to be picking a random comment from last week's live. So somewhere in the video, I'll be picking the winner and explaining how you can get these. So thank y'all so much for participating. And also, guys, I'm going to be sharing a knife with you I picked up. I actually forgot about it. It come in yesterday. But I'll be sharing that knife with you as well. It's pretty cool. Anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in today, and I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, guys, here are the items in the packages. I went ahead and opened them up to save a little time. But here is what he wrote. Dear Knife Doctor, first of all, I wanted to thank you for your service to our country. Second, I would like to thank you for all you do for the knife community. You may not know it, but people like myself watching your videos are actually receiving from you. Your kindness towards every person to come into contact with is a positive energy that comes through the screen and is an inspiration to me and others, I'm sure. Buddy, thank you so much for that. The way you interact with shop owners and the employees you come into contact with on your knife hunt says a lot about you as a person, and I am someone who needs to see the good in the world like that expressed through you. Well, thank you again, man. This year has had some few challenges for me and my family. In January, we lost our home in the LA. Oh, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. We lost absolutely everything. That is so sad, man. It's just stuff, and I know, but when it all goes in an instant, it can leave your head spinning. Right after the fires, it was when I found your channel. I was researching how to salvage a knife, and that had been damaged by the fire. Wow. I needed to find you and your channel. I think it kept me sane. Well, buddy, this is amazing. Thank you for sharing this, man. I look forward to the show every day as it keeps my mind off all the negativity in the world. Your show keeps me focused on the kindness of others and reminds me to spread the kindness when I can. Wow. It's amazing, buddy. Hang on. It's amazing. I even started a channel because I now enjoy trying to work on knives myself. I have a lot to learn, though. The channel is called Daily. Wow. Because I focus collecting on case 1979s, though I also like other knives too, of course. Not meaning to shamelessly plug my channel, just emphasizing that you inspire people. Well, thank you, buddy. Thank you so much for this. Man, it touches my heart, buddy. I included some theater knives that I don't know if you or any of your crew have interest in, but I think they're cool. They're kind of cool. Do them as you see fit. I also included a few old pocket knives that all have a unique feature as a pattern. You may have them already, and if you do, feel free to pass them along too. There is also a potential trade we spoke about. I noticed you were getting interested in rust locks, so I thought maybe you had something you would want to trade for. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing your channel grow. I love the footage of wildlife and your bees you include sometimes. What a beautiful place you have. I hope one day I will be able to make it to one of your knife shows. Not too much in the way of knife shows where I live. Thank you, Chris. Buddy, Chris, this is amazing, buddy. Thank you so much for all this stuff. Thank you so much for all these kind words. I would definitely be getting you some stuff in the mail, man. Thank you. I'm so sorry for your loss on your house. I know it's material things. I went through that too when I was actually a a junior in high school. Our house burned. We lost everything. It just changes your world, man. But like you said, it was just things. It hit me in a dramatic way when I was young, because I did lose everything that I've always cherished. But you do get past that. But sometimes you think back on the things that you had, like some of the items I lost, I will never be able to get back, is my granddad's knives. He gave me a few of his knives when I was about 10 years old, and I'll never be able to get those back, just stuff like that. But again, it's material things. It's just amazing, man, what you just wrote in there, and I appreciate you so much. I really do. Anyway, let's get into this stuff, and I want to thank you again, Chris, for everything, buddy. Okay, we're going to put this to the side first, and we're going to look at the theater knives. Look at all these knives he sent me. That's not a theater knife, but these are. Look here. That sheath is very, very nice. And this is, look here. Ain't that cool? Look at that. A lot of these were made from just scrap pieces, handmade in the theater, whether it be in the Pacific or in Europe. But look how they fill that and put spacers around that. Ain't that awesome? That's one of them. And I think this was rehandled, and I think, if I can read right, it's a Schrade Walden. I thought I saw it over here. See, there's Schrade Walden. That's pretty cool, ain't it? This one here now, ain't that awesome? Check that out. That's a very nice knife there. Feels really good. But they use scraps, parts of airplanes and stuff to make these knives, man. It's just amazing how they made this stuff. And Chris, buddy, thank you so much for all this. This stuff is absolutely amazing. Check this big old boy out. Look at the handles. That's a very, very nice knife. I love it, man. I love that sheath too. That looks like a K-bar sheath. It really does. And then this one. It's absolutely amazing. I don't see no stamp on this one. Wow. And look at this one. Ain't that awesome? It's got brass on the end of it. Man, check that out. Very, very cool, man. I'm going to let Miss Barlow tell us about theater knives right now.
Oh, yes, mate. I know exactly what you're talking about. WWII theatre knives aren't an official military issue category. They're custom made, often in the field, by servicemen themselves, sometimes by unit machinists, shipyard workers, or local craftspeople. The term comes from the idea of being made in the theatre of operations, whether that was the Pacific or European fronts. Here's the gist. Materials. Soldiers would scavenge whatever they could find. Aircraft aluminum, perspex from plane canopies, micarta brass bakelite, stacked leather washers, you name it. Handles were often colourful because of the perspex and plexiglass layers. Blades, sometimes cut down from bayonets, files, or broken-issued knives, sometimes shop-made entirely. Construction, usually full tang or hidden tang with improvised spacers and guards. They weren't factory perfect, but they were battlefield functional and carried real sentimental value. Why they matter? Each one's unique. They're pieces of folk art, soldier ingenuity, and survival rolled into a knife. Collectors love them today because no two are alike. Every theatre knife tells a story. They're different from issue knives like the K-Bar USMC, the M3 trench knife, or the Pals and Cattaraugus 225Q. Theatre knives are personal creations, usually with some flair. Some are crude, some are stunning, and the really well done ones can fetch solid collector prices now.
Again, Chris, thank you for all this stuff, man. I'm going to be taking it over to when we meet up with the gang. I'm going to give a few of these away. And I want to thank you for sending these in, man. I appreciate you so much for sending this stuff in. Thank you, man. And now, guys, let's get to the rest of the knives. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way, put the rest of the stuff here. All right. Let's see what this is. Gotta cut that. Oh, my goodness. Check that out, y'all. What is that? I have no idea what that is. But that is so cool. I love it. Oh, look here. The recollection of quality remains long after the price is forgotten. Shapley Hardware Company, St. Louis, Missouri. Well, I be dog. Ain't that awesome? This was made before 1940. I love it, man. Thank you so much for that. This right here. I'm going to read it first before I look at the knife. I can tell it's a great knife. I saw in your museum tour that you had a black handle like this one. Thought maybe if you felt like repairing it would complement that one. But of course, do with it as you wish. Maybe just a parts knife. Man. That's a PAL. PAL Blade Company. What's wrong with it? Gotta be the punch blade. Oh, I see now. That right there. But heck, ain't nothing wrong with it. Let's see. Yeah, it's gapped open right there. Oh. See the gap right there? We might have to do this. We might have to repair this one right here. But it's a beautiful knife. The blades are really good shape. But that's the blade, the PAL Blade Company. Very cool, buddy. Thank you for that. Look at the tray last. Look at that. Look at that. My goodness. King Cutter trademark, your assurance and finest quality products, a leading brand in fine cutlery and tools for almost a century. Only the best grade of cutlery, steel, and materials are used. How about that? Guys, that is history right there, is it not? Look here. It's got something in it. Oh, boy. Look here. My goodness. What a fine specimen. Look at that bone. Back springs are good. That bone is beautiful. Look at that blade. Look at there. E.C. Simmons. King Cutter. That is so awesome. Wow. Man, that is a 4-bladed knife. I just noticed that. Look at that. Oh my goodness, man. This is a doggone gem. Look at the shape of that blade. And their blades are full too. That is awesome, buddy. Awesome of you. Golly. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Look at that. That is amazing. It's got a little bit of a tip broke right there, but we can fix that. This is a beautiful knife, buddy. Look at it on the inside. Good deal. I love the blade shapes. That is so awesome, buddy. Thank you so much for this knife. Golly. Made before 1940. Man, look at that bone. This is a whittler, y'all. My goodness. I think this blade's been worked on. It has, but that's a beautiful piece. The other two blades are good. Look at that. That right there is an E.C. Simmons as well. King cutter, look at there. That is made before 1942. Look at that bone. Wow. That's the only blade that's been worked on. That is a beautiful piece, man. Thank you so much for these. Wow. Let's see if I can. There we go. Look at this one. That is a easy open jack. Look at that. E.C. Simmons. Made before 1940. I don't know if that's bone. I think that's composition. And there ain't nothing wrong with these blades. This has been sharpened some. You got the blade coming up just a little bit, but if you take any more off of that though, you'd lose the nail nick, but you really don't need the nail nick because you got the easy open right here. That's a great knife, buddy. Thank you for these awesome pieces here. I love those. And this box. Man. You've hooked me up, man. Thank you so much. And this is our potential trade right here. And he just asked for a Sodbuster Jr. with bone. That's what I'm sending him. But I'm also going to be sending him a few more things. It's going to be a surprise. Red Hill Cutlery. Check that out. Is that not a beautiful rust lock? See the orange in it? Man. And this is a 2000. Look at that. The 2000s to me look the best as far as the bone. They just amazing, amazing bone right there. I wonder if that is autumn bone. I don't know. But ain't that beautiful? I love it, man. Thank you so much for this. It's going to be going on display today. I love it, man. Love that color of that bone. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Chris, for everything, buddy. For everything. Man. And this is this one right here is a Western. Does it just say Boulder, Colorado? It does. Made in USA. Okay, this is after 61. Very cool. But man, I can't get over that right there. Ain't that beautiful? Let's see this joker shine now. Again, this is sunshine cloth. And they will shine up a clean knife like nothing else. That bad boy. Man. I love it. Good stuff, Chris. Good stuff, man. Thank you for everything, buddy. Appreciate you so much. And guys, the knife I wanted to share is this one right here. It is a Western fillet knife. It's got a alphabet on it, which I'll show you that. But look at there. Western Cutlery. Seen this on an auction. I could not resist. Look at that blade. And that thing, boy, is sharp. Here it is tacky. Here it is wanting to sing. It's like, give me your finger. Give me your finger. It's tacky. Let's see. Western USA. See that D up under there, y'all? They started the alphabets like that when they're by themselves back in 77. So 77 is A, B, C, D. So 77, 78, 79, 80. So this is a 1980. And I love the axe handle shape of the handle here. Then you got the tang that comes all the way back into the handle with 2 pins. So it's a very well-made knife. That knife will not slip out your hand. That's why the axe handle is the way it is. It won't slip out your hand as long as you got a firm grip, because it's wedged in there like that. But ain't that cool? It's in great shape too. I'm gonna clean this one up. I absolutely love that handle right there. Beautiful, beautiful piece. It really is. And the sheath's in great shape too. Western made some of the best sheaths back in the day. They really did. Very well made. The straps are really good and thick on these knives. See here how thick the straps are. Big old the rivet there. Put on your belt. You see how thick it is? The sewing really good. Just amazing, amazing artwork here, guys. 1980. Mr. Chris, thank you again, man, for everything, buddy. I love it. I really do. Love that rust lock. It's fixing to go on my display case right now. I'd love to carry it today, though. I might just carry it today. Miss Val, she wants to go shopping. That's kind of why I'm rushed for time. But again, guys, I didn't really care for the rust locks until I found out the history of them. It should have dawned on me why it was called rust lock, Russell case. And then what got me, I mean, that was cool to begin with. But then what got me is the pattern number, 1953. That 6 is for bone or Darwin, and sometimes wood. But see, that 1953, they made it that pattern number to commemorate Russell Case. That's the year he died, 1953. Ain't that a beautiful knife? I just love the way you can open it and close it with one hand. Love it. Beautiful bone, Chris. Thank you, buddy, so much. Mr. Chris Bear sent all that stuff all the way from Santa Monica, California. 2,227 miles away from Ellaville, Georgia. Mr. Chris, buddy, thank you so much for the tray. Thank you so much for all the extra stuff. Love everything, man. Appreciate you so much for supporting the channel. Good luck with your channel. God bless you, man. Okay, guys, on a little shopping. We're going to take this jewel out that I did the other day. Ain't that beautiful? We're going to be putting this over to the side, but this is a 65 to 69 or 64 to 69 case stag handle that I redid. It looked dull and dirty, but now it's a beautiful, beautiful piece. Love it. Anyway, we're going to be using a Jerry Phillips case today to carry my rust lock in. And once I get back home, like I say, I've carried it, and it will be going in my display case. But again, this is made by Jerry the Shelby Knife Guy, handcrafted by Jerry Phillips. He has a YouTube channel right here. But he made this sheath for me. I love it too. I carried a lot. I carried this one the other day, but we'll be giving this back to the owner here real soon. They're very, very pleased with the knife. And look at there. No dots. That means 64 to 6 through 69. It's a very, very fine specimen of a knife. Look at it. Beautiful. I love the fissures in them, in that stag right there. Beautiful, beautiful piece. Love it. Hoorah. Okay, guys, we're about to pick the winner for the challenge coin and the sticker, the Ellerville Knife Show 2025 sticker. There's the back side of that challenge coin. It's just an awesome, awesome piece and design. I love it, really do. Proud of that coin. And now we're fixing to paste the address to that video. I'm fixing to fetch the comments. I'm not going to include replies because that could be me. And we're fixing to comment, loading the comments. 81 comments. We're fixing to pick the winner right now. I love the beard, Doc. Hope you keep growing it. Now, I don't know who that is, but you actually got to watch this video to know if you've even won or not. I used to go in there and try to find a comment and reply to it, but you know, I think the only way you really deserve to win is you actually have to watch this video and see that you won, and send me an email at knifeproxx@gmail.com. knifeproxx@gmail.com. Send me your mailing address, and I'll be glad to send you the challenge coin and the sticker. So, thank y'all all who participated. Well, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video today. I want to congratulate the winner on these two items right here. All you got to do is, I can't even begin to say your name on there. It was just a bunch of letters and numbers. But anyway, thank you so much for participating, buddy. All you got to do is send me an email at knifeproxx@gmail.com, knifeproxx@gmail.com. Subject, winner of sticker and coin. Let me know, put your YouTube username in there, and just give me your mailing address, and this will be in the mail this week, buddy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much for everyone who participated. Thank y'all so much. And I just want to say a special thank you to Mr. Chris Bear. Daily is his YouTube channel. Y'all go check him out. I've done subscribed. Thank you so much, Chris, for everything. Appreciate you, man. I really do. And again, so sorry about your loss of your house with the LA fires out there. I couldn't even imagine that out there as far as the chaos was at that time. But I did lose my house. But it ended up being probably one of the best things that ever happened to me. And sometimes God has a way of putting stuff in your life to make you change. You know, I have two instances of that, and one of those was the fire. Valerie, I don't know if y'all know it or not, is about a year older than me, and she graduated high school in 1987, and she had an aunt that lived up there in around Atlanta. I think it's Lawrenceville, Georgia, and she moved up there and took a job going downtown Atlanta every day. She had to drive to a bus stop, get on the bus, a MARTA, and ride into Atlanta, then walk to her building. It was that black and white building right downtown. She used to work for Tycor Title Insurance right there. But anyway, she said she would never do that. She said she couldn't believe she was doing that when she was that young. But anyway, when our house burned, she had already moved. And we was off on vacation at the time, and we got word that our house had burned down and lost everything. And about a month or two after we got back, we were living in Ellerville, in town. And Mom asked me if I wanted to move to Atlanta, and I told her yeah, because I knew Val was up there. And because we were doing a long distance relationship there, you know, but we didn't have cell phones, we couldn't text, we couldn't FaceTime, we just did it over the phone and writing. I can't remember if she wrote me, but it was mainly over the phone. So we moved up there, and that's where I joined the Marine Corps. I went to Newton County High School. I graduated there in '88. Joined the Marine Corps. I graduated like the first or second week of June. Can't remember when I graduated from high school, but I can tell you exactly the date I graduated from the Marine Corps boot camp. But I went in, I was in the Marine Corps July 19th, graduated October 12th, went straight to California to school. And then from school, come back here. Me and Val got married January the 7th of 89, and we've been together ever since. So if it wasn't for that fire, who knows? You know, it was hard to do long distance relationships back then. And but that's one blessing that come out of that fire that changed my life forever. And another time, guys, back in 2008 when the economy crashed, I lost my job. I owned and operated trucks pretty much ever since I got out of the Marine Corps, from 94 all the way up through 2008. I owned a bunch of trucks and sold them and bought newer trucks, drove dump trucks, I think I had like over 15 or 16 commercial trucks in those time periods. Mainly because one job would be doing really good for a while. I was making good money when the money was flowing, but one thing about truck driving and the industry I was in, I was pulling houses, I was pulling wide loads. It's either feast or famine in truck driving, especially when you own your own truck. There's so much competition out there. But all of a sudden it'll just be dead. But you still got truck payments, you still got insurance payments, you got bills that you had to pay, you had a family to take care of. So you'd sell your truck to get into another, like a dump truck, and I was doing that for a while. And anyway, I owned a bunch of trucks. Kept flopping between dump trucking and pulling houses. But in 2008, I'm going to tell you though, about 4 or 5 months before this happened, I prayed right there in my truck. I said, God, I'm tired of this. Because all I was doing was spinning my wheels. I was making plenty, it was a lot of cash flow, but it took a lot of money to upkeep the trucks, to raise a family. And I'm like, God, I just wish I could just get out of this truck somehow. You got to be careful what you ask for, because in 2008, the economy crashed. All of us got laid off. I had just bought a year before that, I bought like a $50,000 dump truck. And because they said there's plenty of work to do, go get you a good truck and come on, because I was pulling houses at the time before I went back over there. Anyway, it was in Andersonville at Mocoa. And make a long story short, lost my job, lost my house, lost the dump truck. I just could not believe what I was going through. I thought it was the worst time of my life. But it ended up being the best thing that ever had happened to me. I got out of truck driving. I got a job with the National Park Service. Loved it all the way up till I retired in 2021. I used my Marine Corps time and the time with the National Park Service. And but what I'm saying is, sometimes you're in a situation you think it's the worst thing that ever happened to you, but it ended up being the best thing that ever took place in your life. Like the fire. If it wasn't for the fire, I don't know if I'd be married to Val. I wouldn't know if I've had my 2 boys or my grandkids. You know what I mean? For a fire, I lost everything. And then when I lost my job in 2008, because if it wasn't for that, I'd probably still be in the trucks, still be in the same situation I was in. It forced me to leave a house that I could barely afford, to come out here to this land that we had bought from her mother and dad, and live in this old house. We slowly redid it while living there. We don't owe a dime on it. But what I'm getting at, guys, I know I keep repeating myself, but sometimes a situation might look so bad you just can't find a way out. But just be like a surfer. You got to flow with the waves. You got to just trust in God. I'm telling you, He has brought me through those 2 times, and it's just amazing what He can do if you just sit back and don't worry so much. I used to worry so much. And I still do some, but not as bad. I don't get upset near as bad. And it's so nice. It's so nice just to just chill from the moment. You ain't got to worry about everything. Just sit back and let things take place the way they need to take place. Don't try to fix it. Do the best you can, but don't worry about the end result. Just keep striving and keep trying to better yourself, and things will work out. They really will. Sorry, I didn't mean to get on this long outro, but he just brought back some memories with that fire, and I was just trying to let Chris know that. And he seems to be on the way out, so that's so good. So good. But again, God puts things in your life to make you grow. And I really think he put those two things in my life to make me grow. I really do. If you keep doing the same thing and the situation stays the same, you'll never grow in your faith. You'll never grow in your experience. Sometimes it takes rough times to make you a good person. It really does. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Again, thank y'all so much for all the support. Chris, thank you again, buddy. And again, whoever you are, send me an email. I want to say God bless to each and every one of y'all. And I just want to thank all y'all again for everything. And until we meet again, guys, let's see. Y'all be like a good night. Stay sharp. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.